van Herwegen met allerlei nieuwe dingen. En Steve Wynn, die kent u waarschijnlijk niet.
Dat is een zanger. Nee?
Dat is een zanger, absoluut. Zanger, songschrijver en gitarist. In begin jaren 80 bekend geworden met de Dream Syndicate. In kenniskringen, zullen we maar zeggen. Hij heeft nu hij is intussen al een tijdje op het solopad. Hij heeft intussen een nieuwe cd uit. En hij is hier vanavond. Geef een hartelijk applaus. Steve Wynn. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of kilos. Don't take my bags if you please, Mr. Customer. Hello, Mr. Wynn.
Hello.
Maybe it's good for the audience to get to know you a little bit.
That'd be nice.
Who are you, where are you from, and where are you going?
That's a lot of questions.
In a nutshell.
Let's settle back for a while. I'm a singer-songwriter, guitarist. A lot of slashes there.
Yeah.
From Los Angeles, but I moved to New York 6 years ago, and I just I'm here promoting a new record I have.
And that's this one. Yeah. Here Come the Miracles.
This big giant record, yeah. Here Come
it
the
is.
Miracles.
It's very,
it just keeps
very big.
Yes.
It keeps unfolding. 19 tracks, and I read somewhere you call it a wild panoramic freak show. Are those your words or those of a record company?
Those are my words, because that's the way I felt.
Panoramic freak show. What does it mean?
Freak show. Well, a few things. You know, anything. It's a long record with a lot of different personalities, and it's everything from quiet little gentle ballads to screaming freaked out rockers, and that's panoramic. And we made the record out in the desert of Tucson, Arizona, where we were pretty much baked by the sun day and night, and the only thing we lived on was Mexican food for 10 days. So all those things combined sort of...
Was it important for you to be in the blistering sun and eat hot chili peppers?
Sometimes. You know, those hot chili peppers make you sweat out all the good stuff, and that's, you know, that's how you get to the real inspiration.
But you're a city boy.
I am. That's strange. I needed a break from that on this record. I've made my last several records in Los Angeles or New York. Big cities, my hometown, my two hometowns.
Yes.
I wanted to change the pace this time. I wanted to go someplace where things would be slower. You know, a little less businesslike and a little more relaxed, and Tucson was definitely slower.
How do people in, if I can call it the country, it's not really the country, but it's not a big city like New York and Arizona. How do they react to a New York city man?
They tell you to slow down. That's on the first day.
You're still very frantic when you arrive.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we have an expression called the New York Minute, which means doing something in the New York Minute means fast. When you leave New York, you just have to turn that off for a while and allow things to go at their own pace. It takes about a day or two, but by the time I was in Tucson for a couple of days, I slowed down, and amazingly, look at the result. I went to a place where everything was slowed down and made a double album, so I'm not sure the mathematics of that, but worked out pretty well.
The mathematics don't add up, I think.
Not in music, not in music.
No. You're on tour in Europe right now.
Yes.
Promoting this album. How do you like it so far?
I like it a lot. I'm enjoying this. It's always a funny thing, you know. I've been playing music since I was 9 years old, and going on a stage, it's natural for me. But it's funny when I have a promotional tour, because my job is to go around and talk about myself. Strange job, you know, but so far it's pretty good.
Where have you been already?
I started in Spain. I was in Spain last week. I'm here.
Where they have the hot chili peppers.
Exactly. Now cooling down here a little bit.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, it's a lot cooler here, of course.
Yeah.
You know anything about Belgium?
Oh, yes. I spent a lot of time here.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Why?
Why? I have this weird tendency to go wherever people like me. And thankfully people have been very good to me over the years, which is wonderful. Yeah.
There's this town near New York, Hoboken, where you. But it's true. You record there.
I know.
Sometimes. You know why this is funny to us, because you heard the audience laugh at Hoboken.
You know, the first time I came on tour here and was driving around, I saw a sign for Hoboken. I said, "We're really lost."
But what is it like, the New York version of Hoboken? Because down here, Hoboken is a working class town, best place to get into a bar fight, and I don't know how it's
the same so far.
The same.
Okay. You know what Hoboken is famous for? Hoboken in America?
I don't know.
The birthplace of Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
So, working class fight, you got it all.
I see. But you live in New York most of the time, and you keep your diary on the internet. You publish it on the internet, and I saw you. I read that you were in the snowstorm at the end of the year.
Yes, it started snowing, and
It was on the news here, and we had
that was on the news here?
Yes,
Wow.
because we had the impression that New York was completely blacked out.
Yeah. No, it was more whited out.
White out, of course. Yeah.
It was pretty heavy storm. Came down, and again, I'm from Los Angeles, so I never saw snowfall till I was 23. So I still can't believe it. What is this stuff coming from the sky?
Yeah.
People skiing down Broadway.
Really?
Not kidding.
Literally?
Literally skiing down Broadway. It's amazing.
And so you blend in, you put on your skis and...
Oh, I can't ski. I just fell down Broadway.
You fell
I rolled
down
down like a snowman.
Another thing you published in your diary is that you were hoping that when you were coming to Europe, journalists would ask you about movies. Why about movies? You make music.
I make music, and I of course love music. It's my life, it's my blood, it's the air that I breathe. But I really love movies, and I think because I've made records for so long, when I hear music, when I see music, I'm looking at all the details. I'm looking like I said, it's my occupation as a scientist. How are they doing that? I know what they're doing there. Movies, it's all a mystery. I just sit back, eyes wide open, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. It just I go to another world, and that's something I really like. Well, from music and from movies as well.
If you're a connoisseur, can you give us a tip? There's a new movie coming up now, or in the theaters that we should see.
I will. I'm happy to do that. I think it's opening here right about now. I feel like I'm going to be selling, so I should be a kickback here. But Traffic, a really great movie by Steven Soderbergh, and I think it's opening here right about now. It opened in America last month. Amazing movie, really great movie. The kind of movie where you see this and think this is what the form of movie should be all about. It's entertaining, well acted, well written, and also really making a strong political statement. Very interesting movie.
Could you write the soundtrack to that movie?
I wish they would have asked me. I think I could have.
Do they ever?
I have had songs in some movies and written a few soundtrack things and like that a lot because it combines the two things. I mean, to me, the records I make are soundtracks to movies that don't exist, but I really think in terms of visuals and think in terms of moods, and starting with the opening credits and learning about the characters, and by the end you know them pretty well, but you're surprised, and you hope he ends up okay, but maybe he will, maybe he won't. They're all movies right there.
Somebody should make movies out of your songs.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody will. You will be playing with the band later on in the show.
Yeah.
The song is called Morningside Heights. What is it about? What's the movie about?
The movie, that's actually my neighborhood, New York, where I live. It's the Upper West Side of New York. A kind of a little bit of the slower part of town of New York, and this movie is about somebody who never leaves their house. Not my life story, really. I get out all I can. Yeah. But somebody who doesn't leave their house, and kind of, because this can happen. It's strange in New York, you'd think with all this nightlife there, but a lot of people stay home, watch their TV, and it's kind of telling somebody, come on, step outside, one step at a time, you can make it. It's a very uplifting song.
It's encouraging.
I think it is. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
Steve
welcome.
Wynn.
Thank you.
Ook tijd voor wat afwisseling en dat brengt ons deze rubriek. Het is hoog tijd om Steve Wynn zijn ding te laten doen. Hij brengt vanavond met de laatste Showband een nummer uit zijn recente cd. We hebben het al gezegd, Morningside Heights.
Since you walked out that night, your ghost don't stand a chance when it's filled with flesh and blood, battered and dragged through the mud. Why won't you come down and show me a sign? You were gone for so long, you weren't easy to find. Got a face down from a breakdown that nobody saw. I hope that you find it somewhere. Every Friday I go down by the end of the block. Look the world over, then I find that it's easy to walk. It's a long way down, but I'll find my way Yes, I'll find my way. Yes, I'll find my way. Ba 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 ba. 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 Why won't you come down and show me a sign? You were gone for so long, you weren't easy to find. From the west side to the east side, there's no place to hide. Such a beautiful slide.
Morningside High, Steve Wynn. Ik bedank ook nog mijn andere gasten, Steven van Herwegen, Tony van den Bos en Karel de Guk. U bedank ik voor het kijken. Morgen is er opnieuw een laatste show met Kim K. Dus vergeet niet te bieden. Tot morgen.